Even if you aren't a basketball fan, there is a guarantee you know a couple of the Hall of Famers. But have you ever just wondered what players actually deserve to be in there but aren't? That is why I have compiled this list for you. Stick around in this video to find out 10 of the greatest NBA players not in the Hall of Fame. What's poppin' everyone? Welcome back to yet another glorious video uploaded to this channel. Thanks for taking the time out of your day or night, whatever time it is, for you to click on this video out of pure curiosity. I really do appreciate it. I would appreciate it even more if you subscribe to the channel with notifications so you do not miss a single upload. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. For the number 10 spot, we have Chris Webber. C-Web was one of the greatest power forwards of his time and maybe the best passing power forward of all time. He was the best player on two of the most beloved basketball teams of all time, the early 2000s Sacramento Kings and the Fab Five Michigan Wolverines. Not only was he a great player, but he made beats for Nas, dated Tyra Banks, and was one of the best actors in Uncle Drew, behind Tiffany Haddish and slightly ahead of Shaq. At number 9, we have Tim Hardaway. After making 3 straight All-Star teams with the Warriors, Tim Hardaway blew out his knee and missed a whole season, yet he somehow came back an even better player. He was 4th in the MVP voting when he was with Miami in 1997 and shot 44% from the three-point line and made the conference finals. Hardaway made awful homophobic comments in 2007, but to his credit, he began working with LGBT organizations, and by 2013, he was the first signer on a petition to legalize gay marriage in Florida. For number 8, we have Robert Horry. People say defense wins championships, but we disagree. Robert Horry wins championships. Horry won 2 titles with the Houston Rockets, 3 more with the Lakers, and then 2 more with the Spurs. It wasn't luck either. Big Shot Rob was incredible in his games. In Game 1 of the 1995 Finals, he blocked 5 shots and hit 4 threes. He had 7 steals in Game 2 and hit a game-clinching three-pointer in Game 3. He saved the Lakers in the 2002 Conference Finals with a miracle buzzer beater in Game 4. In Game 5 of the 2005 Finals, he came off the bench to score 21 points, including 5 three-pointers, a huge dunk over Rip Hamilton, and a game-winning shot in overtime. If Hall of Fame voters wait until the last second to vote, he has an excellent chance of going in. For number 7, we have Jack Sikma. Jack Sikma won an NBA title in 1979 with the Supersonics, who retired his number 43. Sikma had an unstoppable step-back jumper that he shot with both hands behind his head, and he was remarkably accurate at free throw shooting for a center. He led the NBA in free throw percentage in 1987 to 1988. He's also the greatest player in NBA history with curly blonde hair aside from Larry Bird in his mullet days. Sikma spent 11 years as an NBA assistant, tutoring another Hall of Famer, Yao Ming. For number 6, we have Lou Hudson. Lou Hudson made 6 straight All-Star games from 1970 to 75, and in his 11 years on the Hawks, he averaged 26.4 points per game. His career totals would be even higher had he not spent a year in the military early in his career. He's also the first player in the NBA to get the nickname Sweet Lou because of his sweet jumper, which was dramatically better than Sweet Lou Pinellia's outside shot. Dropping in at number 5, we have Ben Wallace. Some people argue that Ben Wallace isn't a Hall of Famer because of his short peak, but that short peak included 4 straight Defensive Player of the Year awards, 4 All-Star appearances, 5 All-NBA teams, and a title. Big Ben was listed at 6'9", but was more like a 6'6", though that didn't stop him from leading the league in blocks and rebounds. His attitude and hairstyle intimidated opposing players out of the paint for a decade, and honestly, the Hall hasn't inducted him yet because it's afraid. For number 4, we have Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones was a fantastic all-around player who was so good off the bench for the Philadelphia 76ers that the NBA invented the 6th Man of the Year award so they could give him the first one. He was first team all-defense for 10 years straight in the ABA and NBA with the Nuggets and Sixers, which means he's Tony Allen's all-time hero. He made 5 All-Star teams, won the title in 1983, and never once complained about a foul call. For number 3, we have Bob Dandridge. Bob Dandridge scored more points in the NBA Finals than any other player in the 1970s. Even though he was primarily a defensive stopper, he was deadly, shooting between 10 to 18 feet and was considered one of the fastest players in the league on the break. He won titles with the Bucks in 1971 and the Bullets in 1978, swinging the 78 series when he moved to guard for the final 2 games. Though the 79 Bullets fell short in the finals, Dandridge scored 37 points in Game 7 of the conference finals to get them back. If that weren't enough, Dandridge created the NBA's rookie transition program, though Oscar Robertson could have told you no one was more effective in transition. For number 2, we have Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers finished his career with 20,049 points, the most of any eligible player not in the Hall of Fame. He once scored 60 points in a game, and he won the MVP award at the most memorable All-Star game ever in 1987. And even after 20,000 career points, he still has enough left to beat up a young whippersnapper for talking trash. And finally, for the number 1 spot, we have Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice has a number of tremendous basketball achievements. He won an NBA title with Shaq and Kobe on the Lakers. He won an NCAA championship with Michigan in 1989, where he won Most Astounding Player. He won a 3-point shootout title in 1995, made 3 All-Star teams, and was Miami Heat's first star and shot 40% from 3 for his career. In the current 3-ball heavy era, Rice would have been an even bigger star, but he deserves enshrinement, if only for being the only NBA All-Star to have relations with a future candidate for vice president. Anyways guys, as you can see, a lot of these people definitely deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and maybe they will eventually be added there, who knows. If you guys made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel with notifications. That would be absolutely wonderful. If you like this video, slap a like on it and share it with your friends, family, and whoever you can think of. Again, thank you so very much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.